You're listening to The Alex Jones Show.
Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he.
All right.
He's Alex Jones on the GCN
Let's go right
Radio
into
Network.
Steve Quayle, the time we have left. Steve, during the breaks, you're just dropping incredible info on me.
Alex Jones.
Finish up that key term you didn't get to, then what the nurses and doctors are telling you, the intel you're getting, and then getting our hearts right with God. Go ahead, Steve Quayle.
Well, first of all, getting our hearts right with God is the very first important thing. God's word is his people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. The people in the pulpits better understand. I'm talking about the preachers. They better start speaking the truth and standing up for the truth, or basically they become vomited out of Jesus' mouth. That's Revelation 3:16. The word I want everybody to understand, the phrase which was given to me by the man who gave the red, blue, and green list, and I was the one that broke that story. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying it's a historic fact.
And by the way, they now admit that they have those lists.
They have those lists. He talked about curative process, and here's what I want to warn every doctor, every nurse, and every healthcare provider. He absolutely blew my mind then, and it still breaks my heart now, okay? But their goal is to take away the healthcare system to maximize the kill rate. And so that's, Alex, in my opinion, why the Center for Disease Creation is not being frank, is not being blunt, and lawyers become the first ones that get killed. That's what's going on. Are you there?
I'm just speechless. What should we call this video when we put it up on YouTube? Just like insider reveals the stunning secrets of Ebola?
Yep. Or basically, the end game is, you always talk about...
Ebola is the end game.
The end game, and you've talked about it, but see, the disconnect in all of us who have warned is that it's happening now. This isn't future tense. All of the breakouts that will be seen throughout the country, those are tests to test, number one, the virulency of the virus and any possible antibodies, and anybody who's got an antibody that, in effect, if anybody who survives because of the immune system, they will become an enemy, because if someone gets that, okay, let's say they go to an independent doctor or an independent microbiologist or molecular biologist, and he says, listen, this is what's working. This is why they're clamping down on even alternatives. But I want to share something. When you have these true BSL-4 level, you'll see the military out in full garb. They won't just be dressed in a respirator, a face mask, and yellow or white Tyvek. That's your giveaway. This is not a true Marburg or a true hemorrhagic fever. CCH, Crimean hemorrhagic, CHF, Crimean hemorrhagic fever and all that. That is all of the worst nightmares, including polio. And you know this, the United States government wouldn't believe that the Soviet Union developed a combination, if you will, Ebola-polio. So this EV68, let me just share this with everybody, that's striking young people. Does it strike anybody, pun intended, that is aimed at a specific age group, and that there's so much paralysis associated with it?
Polio.
These people are monsters. And there is got to be an awareness, and if the pulpits buy the lie, the people die.
Well, the mystery illnesses that wiped out people, including 3 of my family members, last year and this year, the doctors said they'd never seen anything like it. It's just people are dying everywhere. But see, the real stuff they cover up, Steve, you told me you're being bombarded by medical professionals confirming the disappearances?
Yes, sir. And not only that, Alex, the bottom line is virologists and scientists, and I'm talking about guys that have enough PhDs and enough letters of science behind their name, they'd make a thermometer jealous, okay? And so that's, listen, this is life and death, okay? I talked to Alex off the air. I said, Alex, I wish people would at least have the intellectual integrity to go and check these things out and to see. Now, I want to share something else, Alex, really critical. Do I have a minute left?
We're out of time. You got to do it Thursday. Promise me you'll be back Thursday for 2 hours.
By the grace of God, I'm alive. I'll be back.
SteveQuayle.com. Find it all there, SteveQuayle.com. Thank you, Steve. We'll see you on Thursday for 2 hours, okay?
Thanks, Alex.
Hey, tell me during the break what it is. I gotta come back and tell them at least. Or I'll tell them at the end of the show. There's another guest coming up.
Thanks.
I'm going to come right back. Hold on a second. After consulting top doctors, nutritionists, pharmacists, and others, we have developed what I believe is the ultimate non-GMO organic Super Male Vitality formula. Super Male Vitality by InfoWars Life is so powerful that I only take half the recommended dose.
I jump out of bed ready to fight these criminals every day. I look forward to waking up and taking my Super Male Vitality.
Visit InfoWarsLife.com today to secure your Super Male Vitality and other powerful products from InfoWars Life.
The government's Department of Homeland Security is buying up loads of ammo. At the same time, they're restricting civilians' rights to own and purchase firearms. Can you put two and two together? Infidel Body Armor can stop every round, including hollow points and .308 sniper rounds, is reasonably priced and fully legal. But for how long? Go to InfidelBodyArmor.com, spelled INFIDEL bodyarmor.com. Infidel Body Armor. Just won't quit.
The experts are clear. Sunlight, purified water, healthy non-GMO food, and having a good attitude is essential to a healthy immune system. But I go further with Super Nascent Iodine X2 from InfoWarsLife.com. 50% stronger than our original and revolutionary Nascent Iodine formula, coming from a deep earth crystal source that no other supplier has. Most other forms of iodine come from seaweed in areas plagued by Fukushima and other contaminants. Not our iodine. It comes from over 200 million-year-old crystal salt deposits and is tested and proven to be completely pure. Visit InfoWarsLife.com today. See the informational videos. Read the information they're compiled. And for a limited time, when you use promo code NOW at checkout, you get an additional 5% off the entire family of InfoWarsLife.com products. Secure your Survival Shield X2 today at InfoWarsLife.com or call toll-free 888-253-3139. InfoWarsLife.com. Check it out today. I have set out to bring you the most hardcore, cutting-edge supplements and nutraceuticals, bar none. And that's what you'll find at InfoWarsLife.com. We have rejected literally hundreds of products from the InfoWars Life line because they are not of the very highest quality, or because they're not 100% organic, or because they don't pass all of the strictest toxicology tests there are that we have listed at InfoWarsLife.com. Whether it's Survival Shield Nascent Iodine or DNA Force, Super Male Vitality, Super Female Vitality, Lung Cleanse, Fluoride Shield, Oxy Powder. I believe that all of these products will blow you away like they've done the thousands of other customers that have visited InfoWarsLife.com and believed in us and tried the products. Folks, check out InfoWarsLife.com today and the entire line of groundbreaking, cutting-edge, hardcore products.
If you are receiving this transmission, you are the resistance. Live from the Infowars.com studios, it's Alex Jones.
We had him on last week for about 20 minutes, and I wanted to get him on for a full hour today because this film is so important. I know that as libertarians or constitutionalists or liberty lovers, we understand that collectivism is slavery. It's a high-tech name for slavery. And that progressivism is just the current name of the scientific dictatorship or the compartmentalization of this kleptocratic society. But he has produced a new film that we are the exclusive distributor of on DVD until December 2nd. And I wanted to get him on for radio and TV listeners so that we could go through his film and actually play a lot of excerpts from it. So this will kind of be a documentary, this next 50-so minutes here on air. We know that the progressive idea of history is a step-by-step progress to achieve what they believe is utopia. You hear that from the communists as well. Mao Zedong killed 80+ million people in his Cultural Revolution and Great Leap Forward. The one-child policy was a utopian system. It creates nightmares. The Zeitgeist movement. I'm not attacking all aspects of it, but the overall, you're going to live in a plastic city and in a big dome, and the computer will tell you what you eat and what you do. That's what the British government's teaching kids right now with a video series, cartoons, called Megaopolis, where you're told where you go, you're told what you do. Your cars are all remote control. You're not allowed to drive your car. Time magazine says that the goal in 10 years should be no drivers driving cars. They are trying to mold the future as if they are the people that discovered fire, that they're or harnessed fire or discovered the wheel, that all innovation is from them. And notice, I'm going to play this clip later, Hillary over the weekend said, businesses don't create jobs. She goes, we know that's not true now. Just like they say 2 + 2 = 5. And you're like, that's crazy. They have to overthrow reality. That's a French Revolution system. Wasn't a revolution for people. It was a revolution of oppression and tyranny. It was the Jacobins. That's what we're basically under today. They wanted to overthrow reality and common sense. It's all about them being God. So she said, businesses don't create jobs. Just like if you got a business, you didn't build that. The master planners did. Now, some master planning, if the public's involved and wants to agree to it, sure, works fine. But they mean master planning every facet of your life, and that means dumbing you down, giving you Common Core, giving you bad food, giving you GMO, so you fit into their model and don't get too uppity. Real eugenics isn't expand and make the good-looking and smart better and then kill the dumb people. It's target and dumb down the really smart people that aren't part of the elite while dumbing down and corralling the stupid people before the final extermination. So you have to understand they're scientific dictators at their core. And then when you see all the horrible things they do and why they wreck every city they run, that's the ether in which they swim. They're vulture capitalists who aren't free market. They want to wreck societies so they have full control. Cloward and Piven writ large. Agenda 21. How being poor, how having nothing is a great idea, but the elites all live like kings. Hillary says there's too many rich people, but she's basically tax exempt. Warren Buffett, same thing. They're just the most horrible people you can imagine. The Republican leadership, the Tory leadership works with them, is part of the same ideology behind the scenes, but they have to act like they're good guys to fool the public into thinking that they're going to save us. In this election cycle, the election coming up next week is one of the most important ever, because you've got a main Tea Party insurrection that's not perfect, but is real people being targeted by the Republican and Democratic leadership who are collecting money. George Soros and others are paying money right now, along with Bill Gates to target, along with Bloomberg, to target Democrats that aren't anti-family or anti-gun. Some of these old Democrats, be black, white, Hispanic, they don't care, who aren't real members of the New World Order, they're being removed. So this is a takeover. Scientific, it's been done in other countries. The globalists have organized it, and they want absolute tyranny. They want to run your life. They want to control every facet of it. They want to take, on average, more than half of what you make and then say you owe them for everything. You, a business owner, didn't hire people. I didn't start out 20 years ago on my own and have almost 50 crew members. I didn't do anything. Government did all this. If you write a book, if you write a song, government did it. If you write poetry, you didn't do it. Government did it. Everything is them. They're God. Keep the faith. Believe in them. Well, the problem is where they're taking you is hell on earth, as his film shows. So the film, everyone should order it today. Everyone should show it to friends and family. Everyone should get it and give it as a Christmas or holiday gift. Everyone should buy a copy and donate it to your library. Probably 100 people will watch it. And then you're also supporting this broadcast and Joel Gilbert. Well, we carry his other film that's shockingly powerful, Dreams of My Real Father, on Obama's True Providence, and I believe it is the truth. He joins us now for the rest of the hour. We've got, I don't know, 8 clips or so that we're going to be playing here on the transmission. Number 1, Utopia's definition. Progressives in history is number 2. The Wizard of Oz is an allegory, number 3. Socialism and human nature, number 4. Number 5, illegals. Number 6, drug culture. Number 7, Islam in Detroit. And then number 8, he'll get into the effects of this on the victims of it. So, Joel, describe clip number 1 we're going to be going to here. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, great to be here, Alex. Clip number 1, we're going to look at the definition of utopia. It's a short clip that shows how progressives believe that this idea of utopia, which was really just a fantasy,